Sure. Yeah, thank you, Sid. I'm Lanka Someshwarrao. I'm a BTech graduate. I am from Vishakhapatnam. I had an experience of 4.3 years into informatica. Currently, I'm working in Cognizant. Prior to that, I worked in Concentrix and same technology. I can handle Informatica Power Center, Power BI. Had knowledge on that, and I can handle front-end web development. I can design a website. I can handle up to front-end level, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Like it's the secondary. Mostly, I'm working on Power Center currently, and in this in Cognizant, my current project is related to US healthcare data warehouse. The client is Premera Blue Cross. In this project, we got the sources in the form of tables and files. We, we have to load the data into staging area by implementing various by implementing incremental loading and mapping variables, and staging area to dimension tables. We have to load the data by implementing SCD1 and SCD type 2 as per the business requirements, and from dimension to fact we have to load the data by using surrogate key reference and by various lookup transformations mostly. And in this project we got the requirements in the form of BRs and CRs, like business request and change requests. As per the BRs and CRs, I implemented the mapping designs. And once
Okay.
the project was yeah once
Good, good.
once the project was assigned, like we have to we have to interact with the data modeler. The business analyst is there. We have to interact with the data modeler for better understanding of the requirements. Once we understand clearly about that business logics and the requirements of the business client requirements, we have to design the mappings accordingly as per the business logics. Once uh, once we design the mappings and created the sessions and workflows and all, we have to parameterize all the connections and put the values in the parameter files, and um, have to perform the unit test as per the manager. Some checklist will be given by manager. As per the checklist we have to perform the unit test. After performing the unit test, we have to migrate the code from user folder to testing folder. We have to migrate it. Once that migration was completed to manager through mails by giving all the parameterized connection details and all, that that was the session and workflow was subjected to sit test. Integration testing team is there. uh, Once that if they identify any defects, they will revert back. Again we have to work on it, and again we have to perform some unit tests, and again we have to give all the connections. And after performing the unit test, again we have to give all the connection details to them. Once it was okay, then they forwarded to that UAT test. That client will test the data, like user acceptance test. Once the user acceptance test was completed, then a manager will run the dry run test. Then once it was okay, if they didn't find any defects in that code and all, they will it will be into production. Currently what this is
Mm-hmm.
going on. After every day logging into Citrix and the environment, the manager scrum master will assign the work in the Jira tool. From the Jira tool we have to work on according to the business logics. This is what currently I'm doing.
Okay, okay. So was it a support project or development? Like you used to create a new jobs, or you just debug the issues or production?
Actually, my job role is to design the mappings. I have
Okay.
to design a role, developer
Mhm.
side.
Okay.
But as per my experience, they are utilizing me to support role, like to support the colleagues designs and developing of the mappings, and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
peer reviews of the teammates. They involved me. So almost like supportive role I am doing, but mostly from last couple of months only I am supporting. They are using me, but I have most hands-on developer side. but I
Okay,
can handle
okay,
support. So, yeah.
okay. So you also do the deployment to production, or is there any other team who does the deployment for you?
Yeah, I have to do deployment. I have to migrate the code. Yeah.
What's the deployment tool you're using?
No, just some normal email communication I am using to give the connection details to some team is there to handle all those, but I have to give all the connections to a manager. Manager will take care of that. I have to just migrate the code and
Okay,
I have to
okay,
give the connection details. And control M team is there to handle all those. Control M admin is there, highly experienced person. Like some team is there. They will take care of the sessions and work was created by team.
okay, okay. So do you use waterfall model or agile?
Agile methodology.
Agile only. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So which all transformations you have used in Power Center Informatica?
Mostly I used like source
Mhm.
qualifier, expression transformation, aggregator,
Okay,
and lookup transformation, and router transformation, update strategy. Yeah, mostly I used these, but sometime very rarely normalized transformation and transaction control transformation. Rarely I use. Like in previous organization at starting of the career, like just I use, but mostly working on expression lookup and update strategies and router transformation.
okay. Have you ever worked with API REST and SOAP API calls or Java transformation, XML parser, XML generator, web services, anything? Do
Yeah,
you have at
xml
least knowledge on
transformation.
that?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
xml transformation I have idea, but did not handle xml files at currently
okay,
working on some flat files and tables for oracle database. So but I have knowledge on that, I can handle, but I did not get chance to work on those actually. Yeah,
okay,
web service also I heard about that, but I did not get chance to work on that. That's why I did not. Yeah.
okay. Do you have at least knowledge on the difference between XML parser and generator, even though you have not worked? Like,
Yes,
do you
yes.
have the basic
Mostly
knowledge?
worked
Mhm.
on JavaScript files. We have to work on
Mhm.
that.
So, what's the
Yeah.
difference between XML parser and generator?
XML. Mostly, I think we can use the transformation by pulling into the designer. So actually, I didn't have idea about that. I think I can handle once if I once go through that.
Okay, and what about web service?
Yeah, web service means we can directly have to load the data into staging area from direct web services. Uh, from that staging area, we have to load the we can get the data from staging area to dimension tables. As per my knowledge, still
Mhm.
that also I didn't work on that. But this is the scenario, like from directly web services like any Google, any other codes, any YouTube data. If you want like that, we can directly we can access that into staging area, and from staging area we can work on that by loading into dimensional as per the business requirements, and we can generate reports on the data as per my knowledge, but I did not work on
Mhm.
that.
No, web service is something different.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So you have mentioned about lookup transformation, right? What is the difference between a static and dynamic cache memory?
Yeah, starting dynamic lookup, it's changes during the session run, changes
Mm-hmm.
its values during the session run. Static remains constant, remains it didn't have any changes during the session run. Dynamic lookup, it changes, it may varies, and it mostly worked on connected lookups, and unconnected lookups only it deals with static lookups. So this is the
Mm-hmm.
main difference. It changes its values during the session run. Dynamic lookup.
Okay,
Stat.
okay.
Yeah.
What is the use of update strategy?
In update strategy, we can update the records. We can delete the records, we can reject the records, mostly used in scd type 2 method to update the records, to insert the records, to update and insert the records, existing update the records, like three types of the conditions we have to give in scd type 2 mostly I use. Yeah, to delete reject, like dd by giving some dd commands are there, dd delete, dd update, dd reject, or else we can give by 0 or 1 condition. By using conditions we can achieve that.
What will happen if you place aggregator right after update strategy? Like aggregator will get the count, right? Get the count of, of the records which are passing towards aggregator transformation. So what will happen if you place aggregator right after update strategy, which is having date and insert and delete every operation? What will happen?
You means
How will how will
before
it behave? Hmm.
the update strategy, you're asking, or after the update strategy?
After the update strategy, if we are placing aggregator.
uh, I think it will be I never use it like that. Most of the times aggregator are used after the shorter transformation, um,
Mhm.
just we can perform any analytical functions if you want on the conditional data, which conditions we filter from the update strategy. We can perform any analytical operations on that, on the data output from the update strategy, but
The
I
question
never
is
worked on.
that how will it impact the count if you are placing it aggregated right after update strategy?
uh, like an appropriate strategy, if we connect the aggregate transformation after giving the condition, yeah, it doesn't affect any count, right?
No.
because
So,
because it updates and inserts the records. Update Okay, okay, it will affect, because if some any already record is there, it updates the record. So there is a chance to vary in count. There is a chance to vary in count. If any same record is identified, it get updated through update strategy. So there is a chance to decrease in count,
okay.
or of any records were inserted as per the condition, and there is a chance to increase in count also if records as per the condition, lookup condition, it behaves. So both chances are there, it may get increase the count, it may get decrease the count based on the condition given in the lookup, and conditions given in the update strategy. Insert condition if we given, or condition we given, or rejected condition given, based on the conditions it varies the count.
Okay.
If any records were rejected, definitely it will be, it no, they rejected and it not be loaded into the, not transform into the next transformation. It
In such
records
a
it there
way,
only.
it will not impact the count on aggregator. Only if you are, if there is any record which is getting deleted, then the count will be decreased. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know about session recovery strategy? Session recovery, like why do we use it?
Session recovery strategy.
In the workflow manager, we have the property, right? Session recovery.
Yeah, yeah, yes, I had that. Yes, we can recover that strategy. We can avail that option. Mostly any fatal errors are occurred at the time, again we have to avail that option. Most of the times if any long run takes to the session, it
Mhm.
performs long run, it automatically considered as a fatal run and the session will get fail. At that time we can, most of the times we can avail that option and we can recover that session, right?
Mhm. Okay. You have also used Oracle and SQL, right? Database as a source or target in
Yes,
the project.
Oracle database.
So how will you create the, I mean, how will you set up, suppose you have a new database and new table that you want to use as a source or target, how will you set up the connection in Power Center? Like, what are the steps that you will follow?
Yeah, yes, we can by importing the table
Mm-hmm.
from which table if we want to. We have option in source designer. We can import. There are options if you want to pull the source by giving connection relational connections, by giving relational connections, by giving that password and all administration ID, user ID and password, we can create connections and we can pull the source into source designer. And by giving same and target designer, we can pull the tables into target designer, like that. By giving admin username and password, we can create connection relation connections.
Relational connection where?
Yes.
Where?
Yeah, in workflow, in
Mm-hmm.
workflow monitor, in there we have to assign the connections there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can create connections here in designer, uh, informatica designer, like source. If we want to pull import the source table into that source designer, definitely we have to create a connection between that oracle database and
Mm-hmm.
informatica by giving the connection details, admin password and username, the username and password. We can create connection, and later only we can able to pull the tables, source table or target tables later only. But
Okay.
for flat files it doesn't require, we can directly pull the flat files. There is an option for
Mhm.
flat file. If we want to deal with that oracle database and all, we have definitely connection required by giving these uh, details.
Okay. So, regarding SQL, do you know the difference between SQL and PLSQL?
Yeah, mostly I'm working on SQL only. I didn't have knowledge on PLSQL.
Okay,
uh,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
dealing with SQL only.
Okay, okay.
If required, I will definitely learn and
Mm-hmm.
handle within couple of days. I can, because
Mm-hmm.
SQL little bit familiar with all those
Okay,
comments and all, and yeah, good knowledge on that.
okay, okay. So with SQL, do you know the difference between union and union all? These two keywords.
Yes, by using union, we can get only distinct records. Union command. By using union all command, we can get total records in the table, both tables. If you want to use, can get total records in the tables. If you use union, it gives only distant records. It fills the duplicate records. This is the major difference what I know.
Okay. Now, suppose you have an employee table, okay, which is
Okay.
having employee ID, employee name, and manager ID. Okay, and you want to get all the records from the table who are reporting to manager ID 1.
Okay.
How will you like? What will be the query? Can you write down the query in chat?
So particular manager ID you want, right?
Yes.
Select employee.
Uh, you have employee ID, employee name, and manager ID, and you want to get all the employees who are reporting to some particular employee name.
em- Particular manager or employee name.
Suppose row. Okay, let me give you the table structure. The row one will be one Maria and four. One will be the employee ID Maria and the manager ID four. Row number two is two Jennifer and manager ID one. Row number three is three Milan and manager ID one.
Okay. So
And
you want some manager ID. If you want to all the employee details of manager ID one, right?
yes,
Select start from some. name where manager id equal to 1. You want any specific columns, or if you want all the columns?
All the columns, all the columns.
Select star, sorry, from, we have to use from. Select star from table name where manager id is equal to 1.
Okay. Now, with the same table, how will you display all the records or all the managers?
Group by using group by port, group
Hmm.
by
Can you write down the query again?
so by using select star from table name we can get, right? So I did not understand the question. Means if you use a command like select star from table name, and we can specify like which manager id we want to filter, we can. Or else we can use group by clause, by selecting like select.
The question is you have to display all the records who have at least one person reporting to them. Okay, so basically all the managers. You want to display all the managers.
Okay, okay, understand. Select select star from table name. Group by manager id. We have to specify the columns if we want to use group by class. Employee id, employee name, manager manager id. Employee id, manager id. We have to specify the columns, which columns required if we want to use group by column. By using group by column, it will provide all the manager id, group by manager id, and gives the employee details. uh, employee name, manager ID, from table name group by manager id.
Okay.
1 2 3, it gives the manager group by manager id and gives the employee details. Okay, it will gives the employee id, employee name, and manager id, three details. Whatever we use in the select condition, we have to give all those in the group by clause. We have after group by clause. Manager id I used, employee id, employee name, manager. Sorry, manager id I used it two times in this. We can delete that manager id. One more manager id extra given. We can delete.
Okay. Okay. So the next question is, suppose you have a table which is having a check constraint. You know about check constraint, right?
Yes, check. Okay,
Hmm.
it's check the given condition. Yeah.
Okay. Suppose in this table only, for a manager ID, we have the check constraint that the manager ID should not be 100. So
Okay.
so if we try to update the table with the manager ID 100, it will always throws an error, right?
Yes.
Now there is a requirement to modify this condition. modify the check
Okay.
constraint
Okay.
that the manager ID should not be 101 instead of 100. How
Okay.
will you
By
modify the
using,
condition? How will you modify
yeah,
the check constraint?
yeah, by using alter command,
Mm-hmm.
we can modify that. Alter, uh,
Mm-hmm.
alter table, alter table name, column, that alter table name, constraint, modify constraint, modify constraint, um, constraint check is equal to check manager ID is equal to 101. Alter table name, modify constant check manager ID is equal to 101.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think it's the command. We can modify that. Alter by using alter command, we can modify that.
Okay. We can never modify check constraint. We always have to drop and add again.
We have to drop that enter table.
We have to drop the constraint and add again. We can never modify the check constraint. We always
Okay,
have to delete the condition and add again, add a new condition.
okay, okay,
So modify constraint will not work. We can only change like add, drop, or enable and disable it.
okay,
So suppose you have a table A, okay,
okay,
and you have a table B. Table B is having the same structure, and you want to copy the data from table A to table B.
okay.
Then how will you do it? What will be the query for it?
Yeah, to copy the table, can create. We can create alternate. We can create a table with same. Can create a table like the same data.
No need to
Uh,
create a table. We already have table A and table B. Just want to copy the data from table A to table B. Copy all the data.
yeah, we can copy by using command. Uh, alter command, modify command, delete command, copy command. You can create a table. Sorry, you can copy the data from one table to another table. Uh,
Okay.
Actually, we can
No
achieve this
worries. Uh,
by
uh,
Unix commands I achieve, but
mhm.
this command I never did this in Oracle.
No worries.
Mostly,
Do you know the difference between a delete, truncate, and drop?
yeah, yes.
Can you tell me?
Delete, delete is DML command. Drop is DDL command, and delete, drop, and what is another one?
Truncate.
Delete. Yeah, truncate also DDL command. Delete we can perform this row by row, uh, like particular rows we can delete by using delete command. Delete by if you use delete, definitely we have to commit to save. Whenever we use DML commands, we have to commit. And truncate means it executes faster than delete. like truncates all the data in the table at a time. That is the major difference between delete and truncate. In delete, we can execute row by row. In truncate, it executes entire rows, all the rows. It deletes all the rows, it removes all the rows from the table. And drop means completely it deletes the structure from the database.
Mhm.
If we use drop command, it completely removes the structure of the table from the database. This is the major difference between these three.
Okay. Okay. So apart from this, apart from Informatica, do you have knowledge on any other tools or technology or any coding, anything?
Yes, Power BI I
Okay.
handle, like
Okay.
in Power BI. Sorry, I'm getting call. Did not put the silent.
No
Power
problem.
BI I can handle.
Mhm.
1 second. Sorry, I'm cut the call. Disturbance a lot. In Power BI, we can use to generate reports like dashboards. We can create dashboards
Okay.
by using. We can clean the data also in Power BI.
Okay.
I use that. I mostly use to support my manager to get generate any
Mhm.
dashboards, any reports like that.
Okay.
But yeah, and I can handle a website. I can design a website by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Front end developer I can handle. I try to learn that back end developer side, but up to Node.js I can handle. Express.js I can handle. One more framework I have to learn to complete to handle the back end developer side. But I can design a website by using front end technology with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Mostly I use to create some to maintain some commands in the by creating one web page. I put all the commands, all the important tools and all in one single page. In present organization I use without remembering all those. I put all the tools, all the commands at in a single place and utilize that to do the work effectively to
Okay.
like
Okay.
that.
Okay. So, that's it from my end, Linka. Do you have anything, any question for me?
Yeah, no, said actually. What type of project you are looking for, like any supportive side or production side or developer side? Like, if I got
There
selected, which
will
type of?
be there will be a developmental work, like you have to create new jobs if required, and along with this, you will have to support the jobs which are already there in production. Like you will have to support on if there is any new requirement to modify the job or if there are any issues. And we are also mainly looking for someone who has who knows Informatica, and along with Informatica, who has knowledge on APIs and XML, and who has knowledge on web services.
Yeah, okay. APIs I had knowledge in regarding Power BI side. I handled that in API connections and all to send the reports to particular managers and all like that I know. But informatical level I did not use that API connections. While using Power BI, I know that connections and all, how to give connections, API connections and all. At the time, I had knowledge on that, but in Informatica, I did not use. But if you provide any little bit training on those, I can
Mhm.
handle.
Okay, okay, okay. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining the call.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Hi, Kunde.
Can I leave this?
Maybe she will need to take a picture screenshot with ID proof.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, show it near the camera because you black the background,
It's
right?
not
So I
visible.
can't.